Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new year, 2025.
Yeah.
Have you had to write 2025 yet?
No.
Never.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like
Do you
if
mean
you-
like
If you have to write the date.
Oh no, I haven't.
Not a thing anyone really used to do anymore, do they?
No. Everything's just an online sign.
Yeah. Do you know what cool fact? Right, I found out because Isla was flicking through my phone, and yeah, that's how we're getting into the new year. She was flicking through my phone last night when I was driving, and she was like, "How far?" Because she was checking shit in the calendar, and she was like, "How far does this go back?"
Oh.
And I was like, "I'd change. I'm assuming that it will go forward as far as you possibly want, but I don't actually know how far it goes back." And it actually flicks through. If you flick through your diary and your calendar,
1970.
quite quick. No, it goes back to BC.
Fuck off.
BC. Because she was like, right, I'm getting down to like the hundreds here. And I was like, go to the... So she found like the 25th of December, 0.
Okay.
And I was like, right, that's Jesus' birthday. So she put in, Christ was born.
Great.
And then I was like, keep going. And it goes back fucking... And then so it goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it starts counting up again. So that's BC.
Ah, okay.
Another cool thing to do I learned this over the festive period. I saw it on a tweet. Go to October 1582 on your calendar, right? It jumps from the 5th to the 14th.
Why is that? No, this is interesting already.
It was when the Gregorian calendar was introduced.
Right.
So we just lost those days, 9 days, just fucking away.
They just fucked off. So this is still 2024.
No, because they just reset it all. But it's weird because you go to the September before it and you go to the November after it, and there's still the standard 30 days.
Okay,
and you go
right.
to October, and there's only fucking 22 days.
Oh well. Odd. Why
Very
did
weird.
you
Looks
do
weird.
that? Why
I
did
think
they
it was
do
one
that?
of the popes. I don't know the history.
Fucking popes.
Maybe one of the popes.
Fucking popes fuck everything, don't
There's a
they?
new pope film.
I didn't watch it. Conclave.
I'm not seeing it now.
Yeah.
A lot of pope films now.
Apparently he gets fucking
Fingered.
He gets fingered.
No, he doesn't.
He does. In Conclave, apparently
There's
one of the
not-
major parts is the Pope gets fingered.
Is there 3 popes in it?
I
So I
don't
saw
know.
3 dudes dressed as the pope.
I don't think
Ralph Fiennes is one of the
I don't think
popes.
they're all popes.
And all popes.
I presume they're dudes battling to be the Pope.
Maybe that's what it's about.
Yeah. Because the white smoke goes up because he gets fingered up the jacksie.
It does.
He gets his
The brown smoke.
oh god, yeah. Oh, we've already covered the. I don't know. It looks kind of boring, but also looks great. Apparently, it's good.
Really? I don't really like pope films.
Well, I don't like medieval films, but I just out of Nosferatu.
Yes.
Belter.
Now, you tell me, so Nosferatu, obviously, it must be weird for everyone else in the cinema to see the star of Nosferatu
Yeah,
sitting in
every
in the
fucking-
cinema.
I already see it because
Oh
I
my
was
God,
like,
is this the premiere?
honest to God, honest to God, as soon as I saw the trailer months ago, I go, great. That's me fucked for a few months now. And then I walked in there and Sloss was like, God, man, I can't even watch my own work. Fair play to you. And I was like, fuck off.
Sloss's wife's, Cara, has given us these massive, I mean, these are huge, huge muffins. Yeah.
We're not going to eat them.
No, we're not going to. No, because as Ryan pointed out, people get annoyed when we eat. Quite rightly, to be honest, because there's very few other listening. I don't remember listening to most albums where fucking McCartney rips out a kebab halfway through "Love Me Do," and then I'm going to try one wee bit.
Yeah.
Because they look very, very good. These, I imagine these were like big, massive fucking hash ones.
Oh,
we'd be fucked.
I'd be fucking. I'd love that. Yeah.
Hashish.
No,
The doobie-doo.
you don't call them doobs or hashish.
What do you call them?
Well, you don't call them hashish
I'm not
anyway.
a fucking-
Look at your fucking hat. It looks like you're undercover trying to catch me out.
I'm not a fucking stoner loser like you.
You look like you're on a stakeout.
My only drugs are hard party drugs. I need no drugs to mellow me out. I need drugs to make me go fucking mental and find some excitement and meaning to this godforsaken shithole of a life.
out in the front, kicking the fuck out of a wheelie bin. Topless.
Strictly amphetamines for me.
She'd be like, Mark, come inside. I'm worried about you. Don't worry, it's not my blood. All right, what?
They're really good.
Aye.
They're really good fucking muffins.
They are hash. I'd love that. I'd love it.
But there was the Nosferatu, because I was asking you about various vampires. Because he's not Dracula.
Yeah.
Dracula.
Dracula's based on Nosferatu, I believe.
Right.
Because, Dracula...
So Dracula's not a real dude.
No, Dracula's a story by an Irish fella.
Right.
So
Bram Stoker was Irish.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, Bram Stoker is Irish.
Is this like how you claim
Halloween's
Liam
Irish.
Neeson and shit?
What do you mean claim Liam Neeson? He's the most Irish fucking man. Liam Neeson of all things.
Bram Stoker. Right. Fuck's sake. Fuck off.
What?
He's... What? Oh no, he died in London. Damn it. He is Irish. He's from Clontarf in Dublin.
Yeah, so it's
Abraham Stoker.
Is that what his
name's
Abraham?
For an Irish person.
That's fucking.
Stoker,
Do you know what?
get,
I guarantee you, as much as we're
Stoker.
claiming, I bet you he's one of those I bet you he's plantation.
What do you mean plantation?
Like fucking English plantation came over, stole the land, got planted there, got given a big estate. You know.
You think?
I reckon he's probably he's Irish, but he's not. Do you know?
Wait, well, his parents were Abraham Stoker, also Abraham, an Anglo-Irishman from Dublin, and Charlotte Matilda Blake Thornley of English descent.
I fucking knew it. As soon as you said Abraham, I go, I don't want to look further because yeah.
The Irish Charlotte Matilda Blake Thornley.
Oh God! Do you know? I was just as soon as you went Abraham, I go, oh man, bet you he's plantation. Bet you that cunt's like.
I didn't know there was a plantation thing going on with Irish.
Yeah, they just.
You're your own slave.
Yeah.
Trade.
No, like they basically were. No, that gets blown out of proportion. That's mad right wing people in Ireland. Like they pretend we're black people.
All right. So there was no slave trade.
Not really. There was indented servitude for like a short amount of time. Right. You kind of got paid for it. It's not good. It's still slavery, but so did every kind of race for a while.
That's true.
At some stage in history. So no, not really. It's kind of really blown out of all. There's a guy, Liam Hogan. He was, if you ever think, he's on Twitter and
the guy that played Crocodile Dundee.
he dispels all that shit. That he's a historian that goes through it all, going like, calm the fuck down here, people.
Yeah.
So they just planted. They would just take your land, boot you off it, build a mansion, and be like, well, we need some English fellas in here, lords. So they bring over families and give them it for free, and then they go down for generations, and that's how. Obviously, you've heard it. We fucking exactly. That's how Abraham Stoker. I wish I never knew that.
I did not know that an Irish man wrote
Dracula. We don't claim the good ones. We didn't claim that. You don't hear. We claim fucking Paddy's Day. You don't claim Halloween.
Aye, that's true.
And then you claim fucking leprechauns and you don't claim fucking Dracula. You know what I mean? But Dracula was based, I believe, on Nosferatu, who's like an old fucking 18th century, 19th century, or I don't know when the fuck Bram Stoker's about.
And what was it? Because you mentioned Letterboxd, right? Before we came on. Because what was the Letterboxd joke you put up for Nosferatu? Because I didn't understand it.
The top thing in Letterboxd was Hawk Nosferatu. Like Hawk Tua.
Is that what you put?
No, I didn't put it.
Oh, right.
I put my review. It is God. He's got some cock on him.
Is that's definite. Like he's got some
Nosferatu on the film. I agree. He had a big hog on him. Yeah.
Really? Aye. Like it would be disappointed if he didn't know.
What you say?
Can't be Dracula and not have a big massive wang. That would be.
Yeah, you'd be because you just laugh.
But then vampires turn into bats. So does he carry a bit cock?
Well, no, it doesn't carry. It doesn't turn into bats. That's only in some things. Like you don't turn into bats in every fucking vampire thing.
I thought that was the thing.
I don't really.
Is all like? Does this have all the vampire traits? Like, can you see him in a mirror?
Nah, none of that shit. Like,
does he sleep in a coffin?
Yes.
Is he allergic to light? Garlic?
The whole film's in dark.
Garlic?
Yes.
Yes.
Because, yes, a woman was firing garlic around the windows.
Does he stake him? Did he stake him?
Yeah, someone gets staked, yeah.
So it's just not the
But it doesn't turn into bats.
internet bat.
Yeah. And they're not called Cullen. Like I'm fucking wank. This isn't a Nosferatu episode, by the way.
No, we're not.
We just
Christ, no.
literally came out of it, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's a new year. I don't really know what. I didn't have a spectacular Christmas, you know. I thought I'd come out and Eugene would have, you know.
Because you weren't there for the full thing.
Yeah, I wasn't there for this year for the whole thing.
Mine was good.
Yeah.
I always have a good Christmas.
Yeah.
Although I went to bed on Christmas Day earlier than I ever have. I was in bed for about 10:30.
Ugh.
I felt like shit.
All right. Yeah.
There was a sickness bug passing through my house, and I got out on Christmas Day.
Oh no, I think you were a pagan at everything.
I was. Do you know what? I'm going to bring it up later on because of this. The film we're doing today is a lot about Christmas traditions. We're gonna go through each other's Christmas traditions.
Okay, right.
Because I don't think you'll have many.
No, not really.
No, and I have honors.
My Christmas tradition for myself is to literally watch that film. So that's. So yeah, that's literally my. Yeah, we're doing that.
I'm trying to think anything else that's happened.
Well,
worldwide.
Worldwide, like what happened this week? The Cybertruck exploded.
Yes, I've got a good advert for the Cybertruck.
Why?
Because the explosion, it basically channeled the explosion upwards. If you look at Trump's place, there's none of the glass is shattered. So all of the blast was sent upwards, and the Cybertruck contained most of the blast. So decent. But as a man who's looking for a new car soon, the Cybertruck has now gone on.
But then you just see all the other videos of people like tearing it apart with their bare hands, like just pulling the doors off and shit.
That's when it's fucked up. Like you can't legislate for hooligans. You can't legislate.
They can't fucking legislate for a bomb inside the fucking thing either.
Clearly you can.
You fucking.
Well, I'm just saying, like other cars would have been fucking destroyed with that. It was robust.
I'm going to say one thing here. You would only blow up a car that you didn't give a fuck about.
That's true.
You know, if you had your fancy Ferrari, you're not going to blow that up.
That's very true.
No IRA man's turned up in a Jaguar to blow the place up.
Big Elon's gone mental.
Has he? I seen Errol, his dad.
Hey, have you seen that fucker?
He
looks like Joseph Fritz.
He does.
Because I heard somebody talking about him on the radio, and I thought they'd just fucked up Elon Musk's name. I'd never heard of Elon Musk before this week.
Have you not?
No.
He's the diamond mine owner.
So he's a South African guy that owned the diamond. I thought he was dead.
Yeah, no, he took all. That's where he got his thing. He gave, you know.
But he's a mentalist.
Yeah, but he very funnily today came out and said that it just goes to show because all Elon's teachers thought he was retarded, and look at him now. And I was like, that is not the health. Like Elon's not looking at that going, Dad, shut the fuck up. And people are like, he was supposed to be homeschooled, which is even funnier.
Yeah.
Like that, like people are like, he was homeschooled. So like it's even funnier that if you hired a teacher to come into your house and they came in and you go, your son is just a mong.
Do you see what Joseph Fritzl said? So if he gets released, he's demanding a house with a basement, specifically with a basement. The man's just trolling.
That's fuck off. He did not.
I swear.
Joseph
Fritzl is demanding a house with a basement.
But sure, he's not going to get out, is he?
I don't.
Then again, some
I don't
do.
know if he's up for parole, but
Yeah.
I reckon you'd have to have done a hell of a lot of good behaviour
Yeah.
to get out after having done what Fritzl's done.
He's washed the books in the library every day.
Yeah. Unless he's been doing the governor's accounts, there's no fucking chance.
Sucking the life out of the man, the warden, every single day. Yeah, that's fucking excellent. Do you reckon if Fritzl did like a Shawshank Redemption, he would dig downwards?
Yeah.
And they go,
the only man still in there, but with someone.
Where the fuck's this? That's funny.
the only man who dug a cellar for his cell.
He's like, that's very funny. He's like, I don't get off in it if I'm on land. I gotta be under.
I keep forgetting that Elon Musk is going to be part of the US administration
Oh God,
in
yeah.
a matter of days.
Fucking, what a fucking stupid.
Quite terrifying, actually. Like, as much as I think it's a big laugh.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, when you see, like, Trump, do you see what he's trying to get Greenland?
Yeah,
Now, I
yeah.
had no.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't know who Greenland belonged to, and it's Denmark.
Denmark, isn't it? Yeah.
But I was like,
It's so funny. Denmark own it, and it's like Denmark's not even a third of the like tiny compared to Greenland.
yeah.
It's like, oh, the Mauritius. Yeah, we own China.
But then I don't understand how. What claims do America have on Greenland?
Nothing.
Is there
What claim
anything?
do they have on anything? In fairness,
And then he was like,
he just looked at a map and went, "That probably looks like it should be ours."
Aye, he's going to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Like,
That's so fucking funny though.
see if you were one of these Trump supporters, right, that is on welfare
Yeah.
and has voted for him because you used to work at Ford, right?
Yeah.
And the factory got shut down and you've lost your job and you're trying to support a family of three. You know, this is the fucking guy that's going to put American motors back in
Yeah.
the scene. They're going to dominate, right? He's going to open up this factory again. I'm going to be back to work.
Yeah,
I'm going to be
yeah.
back to support my family. If he then comes out the first couple of days going, hey, I'm going to rename the Gulf of Mexico, you must be going, there's more pressing problems here, Dom. Like, for fuck's sake, what am my job? I don't give a fuck.
I'm going to drown myself in the Gulf of America.
Call it the Gulf Eden. I don't give a shit. Open the factory back up.
Build a wall during the Gulf as well. Do you know, like, it's quite funny that, you know, like what drives me mad about all of it though is the fact that, you know, like right wing people, not right, like Republicans that love Elon and Trump, they're always like, they think what they're doing is like against the system. That's the funniest thing in the world to me. You're like, oh, who's your champion, the guy that's going to get you out of, you know, free speech, the guy that, you know, get these big cats out. Oh, the richest man on earth.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking idiot.
Who owns one of the biggest social media platforms in the world.
Oh, people are so fucking stupid.
That's the underground infiltrator that you.
Oh my god. Whoa, fuck the system.
Yeah. The other thing was Andrew Tate announcing his political party.
Oh, actually, fucking loads has happened in the last
Bruv.
I did laugh at it.
Bruv.
Full bruv. He spelled Britain wrong when in his announcement, the fucking idiot.
There's a very funny video, right, that I watched today. Do you remember the jail the jail warden? Not the, she was in the warden. The jail officer, prison officer, the prison officer who shagged the inmate, right?
Wandsworth.
In Wandsworth, right?
Yeah.
So she's been given 15 months in prison, right? Which you're like that.
I don't. Why? What for?
Where's the punishment?
I was sitting there going like, "What's the charge? Where's the punishment?"
You can't reward her.
Yeah. Well, you're going to snort the rest of that bag. You caught with the police.
There's a video online, right, of the judge passing sentence, and he has to read out some of the transcripts of what was said, and it is the funniest fucking thing. So it's this old English white dude with a wig and the robes.
Oh my god!
And he says, and as a prison officer, you were put in a position of authority, and yet you went in and had at first oral sex with the inmate. Then you allowed him vaginal sex before ending with oral sex again. And then he goes, at which, during the act, you were heard to say, "This makes me feel like a real gangster." And then he goes, it's like, while another inmate filmed you and provided commentary such as, "Yeah, you go get it, bruv." Fucking howling laughing.
Fucking hell!
This fucking old English judge
With a
bruv.
stupid fucking vote, bruv.
Yeah,
That's fucking amazing.
I feel like a real gangster.
That's so funny. What a thing to go down. You know, like they're like, you're gonna have to turn in your badge and your gun.
Yeah.
Her face covered in jizz.
You have to turn in your vag and your gun.
And go wash out your fanny before you leave here.
Oh God!
She run out. She putting her, walking down, running down that thing. She's giving in her badge or whatever, and she's run down. She's touching all the hands down through the bars, like a victory lap.
Oh God!
Do you know that
you watch?
Yeah. Aye.
Oh, I didn't mention this. Gold Casio.
Gold Casio.
Nice. Who got you that?
Victoria.
Very nice.
Look at that.
Is it the other stage?
Aye.
About fucking time for you're overrunning.
I don't overrun.
No, you don't.
I underrun a minute. I'm like, okay, bye bye. Okay. What was I going to say? There is some very funny transcripts from court cases. Have you ever seen the one where the guy pleaded not guilty to killing his wife, but they read out what his Google searches were for like the course of 12 hours?
No.
He's standing in the court, right? That's just like the guy has to read them all out. You know what you say? So the judge is just sitting there in America going like, so first of all, you've wrote in stuff, and basically it was along lines of, what do you do when you kill your wife? and then he goes, how do you get rid of the body? Where was a good place to bury a body? Does sulfuric acid get rid of a body? And then it's like a 4-hour like gap. And then it's like, where do I bury a loved one? Then it's like, and he's just sitting there completely stare-faced, and it's going on for like 4 minutes. Like, will my garden shed saw go through bone? And then he's like, and then he ends it, and you're pleased, and he's just like, not guilty.
Amazing.
Then you're just like fucking hilarious.
I love when people played. Remember that guy that got caught outside the jail after having. Remember the guy that escaped? He hung onto the bottom. It was like a proper prison escape. He like hung on or hid himself in the laundry truck.
Yes,
and then he got caught. Actually caught outside the prison, and he still pled not guilty. He's like, "No, the fuck you're talking about? It's not me."
It's the AI. That's an AI. That's fucking AI, man.
Oh. There's a question before we start the film. How would you get rid of a body? Would you if you'd killed someone?
I would bury it in a grave.
Oh, that's good.
I thought about this.
That's
I go to a graveyard, bury it directly in a grave.
That's really, but it needs to be a fresh one.
Fresh grave.
So someone that's just been buried that week, because you'd be easy again. The soil will be still loose.
Nobody will know.
That's fucking excellent.
You're like, yeah, I've thought about this.
That is really. I never expected such a ingenious answer. That's fucking.
What did you think it was going to?
Fucking ridiculous.
What did you just like? I would leave him on a Ferris wheel. Okay, he surely has to pay again.
My idea was, do you know? Have you seen The Great Escape?
Yeah.
Right?
Sorry, I don't know why I've panicked there. Is it? Yeah.
So The Great Escape, when they're digging the 3 tunnels, they need to get rid of the soil. And what they do is they keep wee pockets inside their trousers, and whenever they're doing gardening, they release some of the soil and then just kick it in with whatever they've been gardening, right? That's what I do with the different body parts. Just one a day.
Oh my God.
like wiggle it and then just a foot.
But do you not think the police are going to go like, we have now connected you, there's 15 body parts we found, and you were there shaking.
I'd go to different places though.
I know, but I'm sure that, all right,
One.
okay.
So like the first day, I'd go to the park, right? And it would just be like a thumb, right? Yeah. And then the next day, I'd get a ferry to like Largs, and then I'd drop a foot.
Okay.
And then I'd like go on holiday, and there'd be an ear.
Yeah.
So they could never. They'd be like, "How the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Did this guy explode? Why are different parts of him everywhere?"
Westerly wind fucking carried it.
But yours is much better.
Grave, yeah. Oh, do you know? I thought, you know what you could do? Well, a good way I think you would do it as well. Say if you stab someone, say in the heart, right? Cover up the blood, right? And then hang them, right? And then put an orange in their mouth, take their cock out, right?
That's what I always said, yeah.
Yes, the usual, right? But that way, I think a lot of investigators would be there say, oh, I want to see this. Open and shut case. He wanked himself to death.
But then how would they explain the stab wound in his chest?
I don't think they'd look. They were like, I don't even want to look into this.
But you're not. But you've got to cauterize the wound. You've got to make sure he doesn't keep bleeding.
Well, I'm sure. Well, yeah, put a candle on him or whatever. light a wee candle on the candle.
So you're right now. You've let yourself down now because your first idea was genuinely ingenious.
Yeah.
Now you're saying that investigating police officers would be so disgusted
by a wee
at
cock.
the sight of a man hung himself with his trousers down and an orange in his mouth that they go, we don't even need to investigate this.
Open and shut.
It must be that.
Yeah, no, I do think. I know. I don't want to. You can't copy ones like. I don't want to do like fucking, like Snatch. You don't want to go like feeding the pigs. Feeding the pigs. So that's happened. That happened in my local area.
Aye.
A woman was feeding to pigs. Right?
Aye.
It's not ingenious.
Your mum's hungry.
I did that too. I did that. Like,
I know which bit she ate first.
Nobody eats from the ass inwards.
We've just taken a tiny wee break there. This will be edited up, just in case you're wondering why more of the muffin has gone. What's that? Continuancy. What's the
continuity?
Continuity. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I'll lose all memory when I'm doing this. Continuity. I have eaten stuff because we stopped just to make sure that the audio was okay, and yet again we have found out that Ryan's was louder than mine. So apologies for the first 15 minutes if you've been like that. We'd like to hear more about that Nelson chap saying.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but I did look at the back of the eye. You'll see me in like the first 20 minutes there, the thing going like this, and I was like,
just making sure I was lower.
Yeah. I was like, turn that down. Nobody over there, just be like, turn that fucking down a wee bit.
Just making up a producer's name.
Yeah, exactly.
Abraham, turn that fucking thing.
All it means now is I'm going to have to fucking amplify your voice individually every time you speak for the first 15 minutes.
Good.
I will, but
good.
Ugh.
Good.
Ugh.
Right. This week's film is the last of our Christmas specials, which we're post-Christmas now. However, it's a good film, so
it is.
We wanted to do it.
Yeah. This was my last choice.
Yes.
Yeah, you were talking about Christmas traditions. Mine now is to watch this film every year at Christmas.
On Christmas Eve?
I watch it either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Ah. Mm-hmm. What is it?
The night before. I was like, yes. Meet Joe Black.
Yeah. I fucking love this film. I love this film.
Yeah, it's fucking top tier. I have this down as like one of the big, massive, underrated comedy films.
Yes.
Along with Tag.
Yes, Tag is very good as well.
It's like Tag in this. Like you hear them, people like them, but not in the. It's never mentioned in the high fucking stuff.
I love this film because I hadn't seen it at all until about 4 years ago.
Yeah,
and I watch it also every single year.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's such a feel good one.
Yeah, I laughed a lot when I watched it this year. At bits that I always find funny, but there's a couple of the bit where Seth Rogen is in the church.
Oh.
And he's tripping balls, and the baby talks to him, and the baby just looks at him and goes, "Fuck you." I was fucking dying laughing.
That is one of my favorite.
Absolutely dying. I think they're all Seth Rogen bits, actually. I laughed my ass off at that. I laughed so hard at the bit when he's trying to look normal in the back of the limo.
Yeah, he no harm. I don't want to. I've seen people in that state.
Oh yeah.
He acts that flawlessly. That is perfect. It's the sweat.
Yeah.
It's
not easy to do either.
It isn't, because you see a lot of people acting it before. It's actually someone that I believe's done it loads.
Yeah.
Do you know that he's got
exactly
that? He knows exactly what it's like.
And the other bit was when he receives the dick pic from James Franco. The lines that he gives back is fucking howling laughing. So
of course I want to.
Yeah, of course I want a dick like that.
Now, There's a funny thing about this, right? Because I one of my least favorite peoples in this movie, like
Anthony Mackie. Yeah.
I fucking have this weird thing about Anthony Mackie where I can't stand the cunt. But I enjoy this film. I enjoy him in
He's a bit
this.
of an arse in this one, though. He is a bit of an arsehole.
That's fine. That's the character. Do you know what? I don't even know. He seems very nice in real life, but something about his face.
You know, like, I'm quite excited about the Captain America film.
No.
You know, fucking Big Harrison
No,
turning into the Hulk.
Yeah, I've seen that. That looks fun.
Looks fucking awesome.
But I mean, like, when I watched the trailer, he goes, "Well, you're not Steve Rogers," and I'm like, "No, he fucking isn't."
Yeah, well, aye.
That's my reaction. No, he fucking isn't.
I think they're going to introduce Wolverine into this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they find what the adamantium
Oh.
that Wolverine's made of.
Oh.
They find it in one of those fucking big things that was Eternals. You know, one of the big statue kind of things for Eternals. I can't even remember much of it, but
I don't
one of the things.
Celestials.
Celestials, yeah.
Is that what it is?
One of them's hanging
Fuck,
about as like an island or something, and they fucking crack into it and they find adamantium.
Okay, right. Okay, well, okay, that might be a bit of a laugh.
I don't mind Anthony Mackie. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I love him on everything.
Love him.
He's always great.
Love him.
Where's he kind of gone? Like, because he's good at everything. He's funny. He's good in comedy movies. He's good in like romance movies. He's very good in sci-fi, like Looper and shit like that.
I don't know where he's gone. We was.
Is he just older now, and he loses his?
I can't think if I've seen him in a film since
Robin.
the last Batman one.
Aye. So I did see. I tell you, man, Letterbox. I love this fucking thing. When I check out the Letterbox reviews, because they're quite funny. Some people live in. Somebody says at one stage, Michael Shannon plays a character in something. He says basically it's Doctor whatever selling weed to the Green Lantern who goes upstairs with Captain America and Robin.
Oh,
do you know? Like,
it's who did who was the superhero that? It's like a
is it a doctor or something? Or
I need to find this now. That's right. Actually, yeah.
Because like I love Michael Shannon. I think he's the best character by far in this.
He is good.
Like, and I saw him yesterday because I watched the bike rider. I watched the bike riders yesterday.
What the fuck? The Green Hornet.
Oh, Green Hornet.
Yeah,
yes.
it's a pile of shite.
I never seen it. Yeah.
I'm not on Letterboxd yet. I'm going to use it this year because I always get because we were talking earlier on about our Patreon episode where we're going to go through the best films we've seen.
Yeah, that's what I had
the
list.
past year, and I can't remember most of the films I've seen this year. I remember the worst.
Yeah.
But I can't remember any of the. So I'm going to use it this year to.
Yeah, I've put it on the fucking like Discord and shit that people follow like from the podcast of some.
Since this start of this year, I've only watched one film.
God, I've watched so many already.
And it was Assassin Club.
Whoa, was it rough?
It starts off all right.
Okay.
But that guy, Henry Golding, was tipped a bit for Bond. And after this, I would...
you would be
should never
devastated.
And you can see he's almost... I'm not saying he's doing it on purpose, but he's almost auditioning for Bond in this.
Yeah.
But it's a pile of shit.
Yeah.
Sam Neill's in it as well. Yeah. And Sam Neill's even playing like that older Bond, because he was nearly Bond. Yeah. Sam Neill. Oh, it's fucking dross.
Oh, God, it sounds brutal.
Shite.
I've watched 5.5 movies in the last 3 days.
See, I spent most of my first start of the year watching Squid Game.
Oh, yeah, I don't really cared for that, to be honest.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Like, you know,
love it.
Just kind of thought it was like a bad battle royale.
My favourite part of Squid Game is every now and again switching to the dubbing scene because the acting is so terrible.
Oh,
like the English voices are so bad. It's these American.
Oh, yeah, I love that. It's always so bad.
Fucking terrible.
Like old Jackie Chan movies.
Oh, it's.
Where are you going?
Yeah, no, it's not even because of that. It's just the jet. I mean, they're all doing is a voice. How the fuck can be this bad at acting just through your voice?
Oh, just speaking of bad voices, yesterday I did that Bike Riders again, and honestly, Tom Hardy again.
I've not seen that.
Taking the fucking piss. Like, what's wrong with him?
Aye.
What the fuck's wrong with him, man? Like, it's completely freaked me out. Good film. You'd like it. I watched that. I watched half of Romeo Must Die. I couldn't be arsed with that. I watched Peril, a horror film. It was good. It's the new Superman. He's in it.
Oh, I don't even know who he is.
Yeah, neither did I. I still couldn't fucking name him. Yeah, stuff like that. There's good ones. watched fucking Nosferatu today.
That looks a bit shite, the new Superman from the trailer.
Superman's always shite, I think. Like, I don't remember. Well, I think it's because he's too good.
He is too good.
So you're just like, what's the fucking, what's the deal here?
He's not weak enough.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can't.
If he even none, just had a little bit of humanity. If he had erectile dysfunction,
Yeah.
even that's
I
could
true,
deal with it. No matter how things goes back, you just
Yeah.
his fucking cock will not
But
work.
he's got a massive cock, Superman.
Do you
Wonder if he
think?
has a
I reckon he doesn't.
I wonder if
I think
he's got a
got
different cock from being Superman to being Clark Kent. You know, he puts the glasses on. See when he's horsing Lois Lane, does he shrink his cock when he becomes Clark Kent? Because I reckon he would have the ability to do that.
You think
because
Superman
you
is
can't have.
what reason now would you have the ability to?
I don't know.
Shrink your
he,
cock.
he can fucking burn things with his eyes, for Christ's sake.
I feel like that gives a purpose, you know,
But,
showing off to the ladies.
But you can't be rocking up with this big Kryptonian cock, right?
Right.
And glowing green, okay, yeah. And then she's like thinks she's pumping Clark Kent, and the only thing that's different is this throbbing alien cock.
Oh God. Yeah, that would be kind of hard.
She would
You
need
couldn't.
to-
You couldn't be able. Yeah, she wouldn't
I'm not
bang it.
saying don't make the man hung, but
It would still have to be a human cock.
tame it down a bit.
Tame it down. Yeah, have some decorum.
Aye.
Superman. Yeah.
Because it would also be. I mean, I reckon the sheer hardness of the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon Superman. Do you reckon Superman could half a building with his cock?
That's what. Well, yeah. Imagine if that was the Twin Towers really happened.
Be a weird way to die. Like, just sitting there in your office one day, trying to avoid your boss.
Oh, God.
On an Excel spreadsheet,
Oh.
a massive alien cock just wipes out the entire floor.
I didn't know he was Jewish. do you think the thing is meant to glow green? Did you say it glows green?
No, because it wouldn't. Because then, if he had a Kryptonian cock, but he is from Krypton, so it would be a Kryptonian cock.
Okay,
but it
right.
can't be made of kryptonite.
Yeah.
Because that's how you would have to. That's how you could tame Superman's cock if you're like a kryptonite condom. You whack that on him.
Yeah,
Big
okay.
green kryptonite condom.
Yeah.
That's how you would save the building.
Yeah, okay,
Like
right.
3 helicopters swoop in with a kryptonite sheath,
A sheath,
rubber him
yeah.
up, and then he's like,
Fuck's sake.
maybe that's what he does. Maybe that's how he becomes Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Dab a wee bit of kryptonite on the bell end, and then it shrinks back. It recoils from the kryptonite.
So it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's basically the opposite of Viagra.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Like the exact opposite.
The exact opposite of Viagra. Right?
Yeah.
That would be terrible too. If his dick did glow in the dark, that would be brutal because you'd be like, well, it'd be like dipping a fucking lightsaber into a smash pack of ham.
A lovely image.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? They have to use the actual cock of what do you call him? Superman, Spazimoto. What do you call him? Christopher Reeves. They have to use his. They have to
Use his cock.
Yeah.
Why did you call him Spazimoto?
That's what I call him, isn't it?
I don't think he was. He was just paralysed. He wasn't like.
Ah, yeah, that's what I mean.
He didn't lose all.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
accurate. I'm not saying he's spazzing out. Yeah, he can't move at all. Is what your point
He's
is?
dead.
Oh no, he
He's
didn't.
dead.
I thought he's alive and crippled for good ages.
No, he was crippled for ages, but I'm fairly certain Christopher Reeve's dead.
Yeah, I would presume he's dead now, but I don't. Then I suppose it's not really natural causes if you're already paralyzed from a horse.
Died in 2004.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Do you know how he died?
Fell off a horse.
No, they fell off the horse, and that's how he was paralysed.
Okay, right.
Do you know how he died?
I don't know.
The horse came back to finish him off in the hospital. The horse was dressed up as a doctor.
He's. It was so funny if he was whacked out on it. Is that you? I love BoJack Horseman. You fucking.
The horse was pretending to be 3 doctors.
It would be the opposite way around. Yeah, you'd have to do 3 to make it right.
What's there a team of doctors heading to Christopher Reeves? Christ, they've got a march on.
It's just a horse head, and then two badly drawn heads on the two faces. How would a horse kill you in the hospital bed?
The sheer panic in his face. If one of those surgical masks was taken off and it was the horse that threw him off, was there to finish him?
Is that like, like in The Dark Knight? When remember when the Joker takes off his mask and Harvey goes like, oh, as if he didn't notice the entire makeup around. Yeah, that's great. That'd be so funny. And how you imagining the horse kills him?
That's fucking what?
How would the horse kill him though?
Pillow in the face.
Just like a...
No, he couldn't because the hooves wouldn't be able to
lift. That's what I'm saying.
Because he couldn't hoof him to death because then
he could be fucking trampled to death in the hunt. What the fuck happening here?
That's going to arouse suspicion. That's a good point. Shit.
I reckon it would be funny if he was like, huh, is that you, right? And he's on a drip and the horse just goes just rips the drip out with a hoe. You hear him flatlining and you're like,
the three horses. There was the three people.
Backs out.
That's fucking. Oh my god.
And then a fucking nurse comes in and he's like, Dr. Ramirez. No idea. Like it's a horse.
Dr. Ramirez, why the long face?
Oh my god, I see. Take you and your two shooting nurses out of here. It's shooting doctors.
Just a horse holding up a shark, slamming a hoof into it. Oh, it's that bad as a doctor.
Yeah, it turns out turns into like a Seven type movie where they're trying to figure it out. And they find a fucking, what do you call the fucking things? They, fucking nailed to the bottom of the hooves. What do you call them? What the fuck? The magic? Not magic.
Shoes. A horseshoe.
A horseshoe. Yeah. It's not just a horseshoe, is it?
It's a horseshoe.
Why am I thinking there's another word for it?
No, a horseshoe.
You can't put them upside down because the look falls out.
Yeah.
That's a horseshoe. That's just a horseshoe.
A horseshoe, yeah. Just the metal things that are nailed onto them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Right.
You watch that guy. You watch that guy that repairs cows' hooves.
Aye, all pussy and shit.
Fucking hell, man. That never doesn't look sore to me.
Yeah.
I think the cow. See when he's shaving bits off it. I know it's cartilage and like whatever it's made of, bone and shit like that. But it always looks. It feels like. Have you ever had a bit of skin hanging off your nail, right?
Yeah.
And you've kind of got it in your mouth and you've pulled it, but you've gone too far from the dead skin and it's gone into a live skin.
Yeah.
And gone right up like that. It's fucking agony. That's what it always seems like. It feels like the cows are feeling when he's shaving off bits of their hoof.
They're saying it doesn't hurt the cow, but also if someone strapped me down, put my legs up, I fucking started hacking at my nails like a big fucking thing. It was like, it's infected.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go deeper.
Always disappointed when there's no infection.
Yeah.
He always goes, you can see what the problem is here. Like, this looks like every other one you've done. Honestly, mate. You can see the white going right. I have no fucking idea.
Do you know what his name is?
Poke into it and see if it squirts. That's all I care about here.
David Hasselhoff. Do you know another good person in the movie though is?
Oh Christ, the movie!
I forgot about the movie too. I went, oh yeah, we have a movie to do. Well, this is a good one. You see, it's
a good comedy, so we struggle.
Well, you know what? Right, my favorite people in it are Nathan Fielder's great in it.
Who's he playing?
You not watch Nathan? Do you know watch? You not a fan of Nathan Fielder? Nathan For You?
I don't know this guy. No.
Nathan For You's the funniest TV show, man. He goes in and he fixes business. You know those things where you go in and you fix businesses type of shows? Well, he does one. He just goes in and wrecks the business.
I've never heard of this in my life.
He goes in and wrecks businesses. So he'd go in and be like, oh, your off license isn't selling enough beers. Is what we'll do is we'll sell it to minors, but they're not allowed to drink it until they're 21.
Right,
so they get pictures and then the police would come in and arrest the guy and he'd be like, oh, sorry, I didn't know it was legal.
Right, I've never heard of this guy.
Funniest fucking shit in the world. Yeah, right. Genuinely, Nathan Few's thing. He's the guy that drives the Red Bull.
Oh yeah, he's funny. He is
He
very,
was like,
very funny.
yeah, you fucked up there with Diane.
Yeah.
My mum's called Diane. They're like, shut up.
Yeah. When he goes, she stole your weed. A fucking bitch, I'll kill her.
He's so deadpan. He's so fucking good.
He is good. Yeah, he is good.
Michael Shannon, though.
Shannon's brilliant.
Because it's so funny. It's another one of those things where an actor far too good for the rest of them's in it. But you know the part where he's just like, what do you think of Miley Cyrus? And what did he say? He goes,
she was
Miley was flawless.
Yeah,
we both know that Miley was flawless.
Yeah, my favourite bit that he does is when Anthony Mackie first tries to buy the weed off him.
Oh,
And he goes, hey, if you and the guys aren't doing anything later, do you want to come to my party? And he's like it's not in my car or anything, it's a real party. and then Mackie goes, oh no, we're already invited to something. He goes, oh, okay, don't worry, my feelings aren't really hurt. Not that much.
It's just stupid twist that he's like an angel and it's his fucking.
What do you think of that bit when he gets the wings at the
I
end?
don't give a fuck. I liked it.
I think it's quite. I think it's quite funny.
It's actually funnier that the drug dealers. Yeah.
The only bit I don't like because I like the fact that it starts with everything's in rhyme. And it's going through the story.
I hated Tracy Morgan too.
See, I hate
it. I couldn't be fucked that. Actually, you're right. That is the part I completely wipe it. Don't need it.
I like the bit at the start. I like that it's all in rhyme because that's like the night before Christmas and all that kind of shit. I like that. It sets up the story. The bit at the end where he's Santa and he's like, oh, one of my kids, and then one of the kids is Michael Shannon, and then he's like, right, fucking hit it, and one of the elves puts on. I didn't need any of that shit. Just fucking leave it at them all singing the baby to sleep. That's fine. Fucking leave it at that.
The wife was great. I don't know her name.
She is great. She's in a lot of stuff.
I really enjoyed that. Yeah, it's such a funny thing to write when you're like, she's got the measurements all wrong. Yeah. It's like one joint, but like a whole vial of, like a bag of mushrooms, a big thing of cocaine.
Aye. Do you think, like, I can't see any world where that would happen?
What, like you would...
A wife or girlfriend
probably,
gifting their partner a shitload of drugs. Like, I cannot... Because at no point... is anyone, because with that amount you're gonna be a fucking mess. So it's Christmas Day. I'm assuming they had plans, even though she's pregnant and she goes into a false labor. I'm assuming they had plans for Christmas Day anyway. So at what stage that's one of the only thing that annoys me as well, how the fuck they are able to function at all on Christmas Day. Right, because even I mean, Seth Rogen out. Gone. He's taken an entire bag of mushrooms. He's
trying to balance it out with coke. It's so funny.
I reckon at least a gram.
Oh, yeah.
At least.
Yeah, sure, you shove a gram that one time in the thing, yeah. Very good bleeds into Monday killings.
He takes the whole... Because he takes about 4 lines, and then he starts scooping up that, and then he just empties it into himself like that, right? So that's the whole coke gone. He then takes about... 2 eckies, easily, right? And he's been smoking as well.
He'd be dead.
He'd be and he's drinking the whole time throughout this, right? He's fucked. And even though the other 2 don't, there's no way they're not fucked up. They've been drinking since.
Yeah, they were nowhere near as.
Levitt's been drinking since the after because he leaves his job about midday.
That's right.
When he finds the tickets. So he goes immediately home and starts pouring whiskey and eggnog. So he's been drinking since about midday, right the way through till 6 in the morning.
I will say that we have been in them states.
We have, but
then again, we wouldn't
be able to
do the shit they were doing.
I wouldn't feel comfortable turning up to Amy's mum and dad's.
Oh God, yeah.
After having been out till 6 in the morning. Pissed and taking shitloads.
I'll tell you one thing I definitely have done. I've definitely went into a Korean man's corner shop and been like, I'm here for the party.
And then he showed you to a fridge. This isn't the party I was looking for, but when in Rome.
You need to cool off. Because I took it at the time, Milo. The time I took magic mushrooms with Milo.
No.
Or in Amsterdam, we came back and I was like, give me the Philosopher's Stone mushrooms. They're named after Harry Potter. They make me laugh. They're funny. Right. And I came back and Daniel and fucking Kai brought these things called Psychobilly Atlantis.
Right.
And I was it's not Psychobilly. That's the Psilocybin or whatever the fuck it is. Psychobilly. Psilocybin. I said Psychobilly. That's
Psychobilly,
that's the fucking musical genre. Anyway, so I was like, that doesn't sound thing. That was very high, and I go, well, this is going to be wild. And it's the night where, do you remember? I was chatting to Milo and I started dying laughing, and he was just like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "You're on fire and you're melting." Like his face was melting in front of me, and then Milo's just like, But why are you laughing then? I fucking lost it. I just lost 7 hours of my night. Remember, I was like, when are we going out? And they're like, it's 8 a.m. I thought it was 8 p.m. Yeah.
I reckon, you know how Anthony Mackie, basically has grown too famous for the rest of them?
Aye.
I think Milo will do that to us.
Do you reckon? Yeah, he's already on.
I think he's on the cusp.
He's on it, yeah.
But I also think Milo's fame is only due to drugs as well.
I think, yeah. I think
he's taken. I don't even know what performance enhancing shit he's been taking, but there's something.
You think he's on
Something's
it?
not clicking.
You think Troy's on performance enhancing drugs?
Something's not
Something
right.
has to keep you that cheerful outside of a shop at 9 in the morning. Yeah.
You can't like people that much.
Yeah.
There's something behind it.
Yeah. I'm going to test it out. I'm doing Punch Drunk with him next week.
Right. Watch him.
Yeah.
See if he's injecting himself beforehand. Anything.
Is this like maybe with testosterone?
Go
like,
through. Are you staying in the flat? Go through his stuff.
I will.
Go through his stuff and find out what shit he's got on
I
him.
will. I'll
Just
open that little purple velvet bag, presumably.
Take everything, regardless of what it is. Even if it's moisturiser.
Yeah.
All that shit he puts under his eyes to keep himself looking young.
I reckon.
Take it all.
I don't know. I think to keep himself looking that young, I reckon I don't know. I think he's a pedo. Sucks the life out of young boys.
Maybe.
Look, there's a mate that we're defaming heavily, our friend here.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's Milo, it's Troy. It's taken over.
I wouldn't be overly shocked if Milo has made some kind of pact with the devil, would you?
Oh, you think he's done a Robert Johnson?
To stay looking young. I wouldn't.
All right, I thought just to be famous.
No, that as well.
Okay, yeah, famous.
Like he's basically given his soul to the devil, and the devil's going to cash in at some point. But right now he's living the good life.
What do you reckon the devil's going to do to him?
I don't know.
It's going to be bad.
I don't know. I reckon what the devil will do as the ultimate punishment is he has to greet everyone going through the gates of hell, but he can only insult them. Right?
A tear down his eye.
So you've got the most hated, most angry pieces of shit in history. Murderers, rapists, like just terrorists all coming through the gates of hell, and Milo's standing there in a tatty dressing gown, right? A fucking dressing gown you get for Primark, but in the sale, and it's got SpongeBob on it, right? No moustache.
Oh, God.
Right, looking haggard as fuck.
Yeah.
And everybody just goes, look at you piece of shit. Look at the fucking way you walk. Fucking shoulders down, you cunt.
Yeah, shoulder down. How can you do it, you spineless little rat? That's so funny.
Do you know what about? Because I totally forgot about the bit where Anthony Mackie pumps that lassie in the.
Oh yeah,
the
she's from Broad
That
City.
was unnecessary.
Broad City or something.
Although it does, it's one of the funniest lines where he's sitting in the toilet and she's like sitting on his lap, and she goes, "Now take a dump." And I was like, "Fuck, how horrible would that be?" Taking a dump while you're shagging someone.
It's horrific.
It's so funny.
Oh God. There's loads of things. It's a proper good feel good movie. Tell you what it is. It's hard. The best thing about it is they all actually have genuine chemistry. I think is what it is. You know, like because you can make them type of films a lot of the time, and you're like, oh yeah, pretty good, blah blah blah. But it make you go, great, happy film.
It's also it is a nice thing.
Yeah. Oh, when he's looking at the video, he starts sending the video to his baby. He's like, did you call our baby a cunt?
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, that is very, very funny. It's a proper, because we used to, like, me and my pals used to go out every Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Me and my two pals from Dumfries.
Yeah.
It was the only time we'd come back, and we would go out, and what we'd do is we'd start at mine. The idea was to start at mine at 10, and then we'd have a can at mine with Big John. And then we'd walk down to the nearest pub to my bit, which was called the Jolly Harvester. We did it in my bit because my bit was the closest to most of the pubs. So we'd do the Jolly Harvester, and then we'd walk up to a place called the Mount Sydney, right? And that was next. And then we'd go down to a place called Greens. And then there was Baker Street, and there was Suitor Johnny's, and there was Slipstream, all these
Suitor Johnny's,
amazing. And we used to rate. We came up with this scoring system. where we would rate the pubs, and we'd rate it for the quality of the atmosphere, right? So this is all day. One year we did it in all dressed as Santa, and that caused a kerfuffle with a lot of the locals because they were like, "Who the fuck are these losers?" Right?
Yeah.
So we used to do the atmosphere in the place at a 10, the quality of the dirts in there, so the ladies, because we're all single men, we were like that. The quality of the dirt, right? And it was actually the quality of the dirt.
Is that topography? Topography of the bar.
Cheapness of the pint,
Yeah.
and then the quality of the music, what music was playing,
Yeah.
and then the quality of the quiz machines.
The quiz, Jesus.
Because the quiz, we used to put £1. We used to make our pal Chris put £1 in £2 in every time. Because one time, you know those things that sometimes one thing happens and that's it for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Well, one time we convinced him we'd put in £2, and then we'd all actually put in £1. We're all fucked. And he put in £2, and then we're rolling about laughing, going, "Ah, you silly cunt, you!" And then you put in a doubler, right? So from then on, he always had to put in £2 for every £1 into the quiz machine. So that was that. And then we used to score them all out of 10, so it was out of 50. And then whatever pub won, it was largely always the same pub, the Globe. And we used to, a couple of years we tried to give them a prize. Basically just told us to fuck off.
Yeah, I don't want your fucking... Yeah, why would they take that?
Shitey thing. Why am I winning this? Some of the ladies in that day were...
I laughed at it when I get back. When I was back there just for New Year's or just before New Year's there, I was chatting. My uncle is one of these guys that, you know, he's in his local bar. All his mates have got nicknames. You know, so he'd be sitting there going like, "Oh God, Joe, who's fucking down?" We have no idea who he's talking about. It was like Ronnie and Rage were there. I know them.
Ronnie and Rage.
Ronnie and Rage.
All right. I thought it was like a craze thing.
No, Ronnie and Rage. I think they're kind of going for that, probably, you know. There was like, he goes, "Oh, fucking Jazzer's coming down next." And I was like, "Who's Jazzer? Why is he called Jazzer?" There was Crazy Joe. Crazy Joe, Jazzer, Ronnie and Rage. My uncle, Scunge.
Scunge, nice.
Yeah, my uncle, they call him Scunge. Don't know why. I have another uncle called Stilo as well. They call him Stilo. My uncle used to call my mother the Island.
I don't even want it.
It's not, it's shite. Right? It just is really shite. And I was like, "Why do they call you Island?" He goes, "Because my name is Mary and it rhymed with Canary and Canary Islands, and they just called me the Island."
Terrible.
And I was like, "Did it stick?" And they go, "Yeah." I go, "That's the worst one I've ever heard."
Do you know why she should be called the Island?
Why?
Constantly attacked by seamen.
Oh, fuck's sake. Shipwrecked on it. No, that's terrible. But yeah, I know we had Toots as well.
Toots.
I've told you about Toots before. Toots was the guy he owned the local bookies.
All right.
And it was called Toots Takes All. And he used to come in like, "Oh, you sad fuckers, get all your money." And then he bought I remember when I was younger, he bought a big, his name was Toots, his real name was Rodney or something, right? But he bought a big black van and put a pink question mark on it and drove around town with "Where's the Love" playing out really loud. He was a town character.
Fucking hell.
He actually bought the library and turned it into a bookies. Good try.
I really miss going out on Christmas Day. It was fucking excellent. There was a year we put so there was a jukebox in one of the pubs. I think it was Greens, and we used to put the money in, and it had there used to be the best. Do you remember like when CDs would come out, the best such and such album ever?
Yeah.
Like the best rock album ever.
Yeah,
the best. So there was the best Christmas album ever, right? And the old version of this was still sitting on this jukebox. And it opened up. The very first track was the Gary Glitter. Another rock and roll Christmas. It's a great fucking song, right? But you can't, obviously, it never gets played now. And we played this. This was well after he'd been caught. So we played Rock and Roll Christmas, but we put a shitload of money in. I'm talking like 30 quid's worth of pounds in, and just put that fucking D6, 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 D6. And it was so funny watching people's reaction to it, because the first time it comes on, people like that, then people start to realise, it's a fucking Gary Glitter. So you can see people going, fucking Gary, it's still a good song, man. Fucking Gary Glitter.
Yeah.
Then it comes on again the second time, and you can feel people going, it's fucking back on again.
Yeah.
See, by about the fifth or sixth time, people are losing their fucking minds. It's hilarious.
They pull the fucking thing out of the wall.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it's absolutely brilliant. But aye, that was good. But that was our like these are so that's what I wanted to ask you about. You don't have any Christmas traditions at all?
No, not really. No. Watch this.
What's your Christmas? So my Christmas Eve, right, is very regimented. Christmas Eve is my favourite day of the whole year. It's the only day I enjoy.
Would that be Boxing Day? Like,
no, I enjoy Boxing Day much more than Christmas Day. Christmas Day is always a bit of a letdown because there's too much. It's nice
pressure.
watching the kids open presents, right? That's nice. And Christmas dinner, let's take or leave. I'm not going to touch on I'm going to leave it for Patreon to talk about your Christmas dinner.
Okay.
Because I feel that's a treat that only they should.
Okay,
get.
Right. Sure.
But Christmas and then Boxing Day is brilliant because Boxing Day is very, very lazy day where you're eating shit and you're eating like a pig, but there's like 3 games of football in a row on.
Yeah.
So that was basically all of Boxing Day. Christmas Eve is fucking. So Christmas Eve, I'll get up. I'll specifically get up early, and then me and Amy and the kids go to an Italian restaurant called Cellino's every time for breakfast. Right,
Cellino's.
So get a full Christmas breakfast. Right, Italian sausage, and then we'll take Amy and Seamus home, and then me and Isla have a thing where we go shopping on Christmas Eve, right? Because we love watching the madness.
Okay, yeah.
Right, so it's not to buy gifts or anything. It's to buy food to see me out until the 27th.
Yeah.
It's largely food I want to eat on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Right, but we just enjoy watching the mentalness of everyone that's clearly panicking. Because the stuff we buy, we don't need. But we just do it.
Yeah.
And it's fucking brilliant watching the panic and being in queues and stuff. And this year I went overboard. I spent about 200 quid at the supermarket this year. Now that was drinking, I bought a really nice bottle of vodka and I bought a shitload of beers. But then I basically had it in my head where I was like, I don't want, because there was no way I could eat or drink all of this stuff.
Yeah.
What I wanted was, I didn't want to be at any point on Christmas Eve going, I really fancy and not have it.
Yeah,
so
I get that.
Anything there was a chance I fancied, I had. Right, so I had scones with clotted cream and jam in. I had various different crackers with various different cheeses. I had bagels and cream cheese because I thought I might fancy one of them at some point. I had these fucking cheese things that you put in the oven. And you just basically dipped bread into them.
Yeah.
And I had chorizo through it. I had all that. I had fucking Twiglets. I had 4 different types of nuts. I had different Pringles. I had different dips for the Pringles. I had milkshakes. I had fucking Prosecco.
Fuck's sake.
What's the thing? The Bucks Fizz. I had that sitting there. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we go home. And this year Amy wasn't feeling very well because of the shit was going through the house, so she went to bed for a bit, and then the kids were watching something in the room, and I always make this Mars bar crispy cake every time, so I make that, but I get shit-faced while I'm doing it. So the minute I get home about 4 after that shopping trip, I immediately open, and so I'll start with a can, but I know this year at about 8 o'clock I had fucking Dean Martin on the Spotify, right? And I had 3 drinks constantly going, right? I had a can of Stella, a glass of Prosecco, and a pint of Bloody Mary at all parking. 3 at any one time. I was like, and the Bloody Marys were fucking ridiculously strong. Nice. I was like, because after the first couple, I was like, let's not play games anymore. So I was like putting 4 shots into it. I was like, oh fuck, I was wrecked by the end. And then I've still got wrap presents that night and build shit. So yeah, that's my Christmas. And then they'll go to bed. the kids will go to bed quite early because they're quite excited, and then Amy will go to bed because she can't be arsed anymore, and then I'll stay up and watch It's a Wonderful Life on my own until about 3, and then get about 3 hours sleep before the kids come up, and I'll wake up feeling like fucking shit, and then I immediately go into the kitchen on Christmas Eve once they get up, I'm like, right, and then so they're getting their jammies on, I'll go in and make myself
burn their presents.
I don't normally drink that much coffee, but I'll drink about 3 scoops of coffee, right, and only fill a mug up halfway, and the rest of the way I'll just fill with Baileys.
Okay.
And then I just not back.
That's so
and the
bad.
minute it's finished, I'm like, fucking good to go again.
I did put Baileys and everything. I was like, that sounds brutal, but
Yeah.
yeah. That's good though. I like that.
I told you I went to church.
Oh God.
Went to the Catholic church across from our bit.
How was that?
On Christmas Day. Me and Isla went. I just went because I was like, it feels like quite a Christmassy thing to do. And I was like, I'll go over. And
Did you find yourself burning up or anything?
No, I didn't. I didn't. We left when they started giving out the communion. We left. One of the guys, right? It was weird because there was 2 priests doing it, and
What?
Yeah, I know, tag teaming.
Oh,
right?
you know, I have seen some. I
Yeah.
have seen this before. I'm not talking about. Yeah.
And when they came to the communion at the end, so they do it first, right? And there was the first wee guy. He was he was the more junior of the priests, and he did it properly. So
Well,
the body of Christ, right? And he snapped the cracker,
Yeah.
biscuit.
Whatever.
but snapped it. Then took a small piece,
Wafer.
Yes, wafer. That's better. Snapped it, put the half on his tongue, and then took blood of the Christ, right? But took a very small sip, right, and then wiped the rim, right? Standard way. The next cunt comes in, right? Him, fucking full cracker in the mouth, and then bites off like 3/4 of it, right? So I'm like, what? That's fucking renegade. Then tans the rest of the wine. Just absolutely tans it. He must have had a full glass of
That's
the blood.
so good.
Full.
Got HIV from there.
he had about an arm of Christ. Like, and I was like, yes, this boy's been on it the night before, and this is him.
Yeah. Does it hair of the dog for this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, it's something ruined the Christmas if the guy came out and just did like a front flip and his gown fell down and they put the cracker in his arsehole. And it just swallows and he comes back up.
Do you know one of the funniest things that Seamus said over the whole holidays? We went out like on the 27th. He was going out to spend Christmas money, and we were walking about the shopping centre that's near us because we'd been to Smith's Toys, and he bought this fucking cool as fuck Lego Lamborghini, and we were walking about this because he wanted to get Isla because he didn't get her anything, so he's wanting to get her perfume or something like that. We passed this wee nativity scene. So I was like, oh, look, there's a nativity scene. And he was like, did you not hear about that? And I was like, what? And he was like, oh, we were in with Isla's pal the other day, right? And so there's a wee basket in front of the nativity where you're supposed to like throw a coin in as a donation to like a kid's hospital. And he was like, so she threw the coin and missed the basket, hit Jesus in the face. And I was like, what? And he went, it still went in the basket though. And I was like, all right. And he was like, Jesus headered it in. And then he started doing commentary. He was like, the cross comes in, it's Christ on the end of it. I was fucking ending myself. He headered it in.
Fuck's sake.
Do you know that one of the things I wanted to ask you about this film, do you not think the Nutcracker ball looks shite?
Nah.
Do you
Well,
not?
I don't think it looked. It didn't. It definitely didn't look great. I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't go to it.
It's not the party. If you'd been building yourself up for years, going to this party, and
Okay,
that,
you're
you
right.
got to
It
that,
just looked like
I'd be like,
it just seems like a decent nightclub. How much?
Aye.
How much weed's this guy selling to pay this off?
exactly. I know.
He must
I
be
know.
fucking
I
horsing
know,
it. They got
I know,
Miley Cyrus
I know.
in there. I get it. He's like an angel or
Do you
some
think
shit.
Do you think Miley Cyrus has been booked for that, or is she going anyway? Because if she's been booked for it, it then becomes a corporate event, and it's then a much shiter party.
I reckon she's paid.
You think so?
I
So
think
then it's a corporate.
I reckon it's a corporate, yeah.
So the chance a comedian could have done the Nutcracker Ball.
That do you think how funny would that be if it was fucking
Jesus.
Raymond Mearns or something instead of Miley Cyrus in the movie?
You fucking cunt, you. Hey, fucking Miley Cyrus, I'll fucking wreck her balls.
He's like, oh, I love you, Raymond. Is there any chance I could propose during your set? Ah, fuck off.
I think it doesn't look that good.
Yeah.
Like, I'd expect the most mental part of the year to have more shit. I'd expect, like, Freddie Mercury party level shit, like dwarves going about with coke on their heads and stuff like that. I'd expect more mental, like fucking
It was only the entrance.
livestock in the place. Like,
yeah. It was only the entrance, wasn't it? Like, it was,
yeah, that was cool.
that was about it.
The wee tunnel in the train, that was cool.
Yeah, and that was it.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be good, but
Nightmare, though, if everyone queued at the same time.
aye, but it also didn't. Yeah, it also didn't seem like many drinks were going about either.
That's just fucking America, though, isn't it? You know, they're like 2 drink minimum.
Also,
like, whoa,
that many American football players. That's going to be a fucking car crash by the end of the night.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Well, you tell me Miley Cyrus isn't getting railed illegally against her will if half the fucking
illegally railed
half the fucking Chargers offensive lines in there. Fuck off.
That's so funny. Yeah, there was. He literally stabs one of the quarterback, is it, through the hand?
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jewish guy crucified the Messiah.
That's right. Yeah, it's excellent. Yeah.
Aye, that's very good.
Top film. Good stuff.
Brilliant.
Not much too much. I didn't
It's,
really know. The baby fuck you is an all timer. When he sees the Muller with a hand with all tentacles.
Oh, that's hilarious. And then his wife wears a dragon at the end.
Yeah.
That's fucking That's absolutely brilliant.
Good
Loved it. Right, next week we're back to normal. So next week we are going to be watching a film that I've not seen for years, but I absolutely love. Speed.
Fuck it. First of all, unbelievable, brilliant. I was talking to someone the last day, and they were like, "You've done Speed, haven't you?" On the podcast. Who the fuck? Dean T. Byrne.
We've never done Speed.
Dean was like, "You have done Speed."
No,
He was
we've
like,
never
"You've
done Speed."
And I go, "Have we?" And I was like, "No, we haven't." He goes, "Yeah, your Speed episode's great." So maybe he's like,
Aye,
come from God.
maybe
He's seen the future, and this is going to be a classic. But what a great one! I can't wait for it.
Yeah, one of the best action films ever made. Speed is fucking absolutely brilliant. I've had this for a while, so I'm very excited.
Brilliant! What a way to start. That's a great one to start the year. Like, I'm happy with that.
Any plugs?
No, I'm doing. Yes. You know what? It should be out tomorrow. I'm waiting for. You know what I'm doing? I'm waiting for one link for like one of the places to take a link to push it all together. Like, everything's fucking ready, and they're going like blah blah blah. And fucking Derry it is.
Is it Derry?
Derry's fucking annoying. I think the venue might be gone. So now I'm
really?
like, as the fucking if it's gone, fine, I can just go on ahead or whatever. I don't give a shit, really, you know. So yeah, but
London,
yes,
Derry.
what is on sale anyway
case you
is
want to
just
go, it's London, Derry.
the Glasgow Comedy Festival, 20th of March. I have the solo that night, and if you can stay around, there's even roast battles on the same place afterwards for late night roast battles. So that would be a good one to come to anyway in Glasgow and all that type of shit. So
Lovely stuff. I've also got my tour on sale. I'm going to be announcing the second WADA dates at some point over this month, and I've got a Glasgow Comedy Festival. I think the week before you.
Oh, great!
Yeah, the week before you at Blackfriars as well, and the specials on BBC.
Aye.
If you want to watch it, it's been very well received. So thank you.
Yeah, it has.
Thank you for everyone that has watched it. So
You didn't get any like dog shit.
I don't know. I've not searched. The problem there will be.
I did.
That's fucking brilliant.
I was hoping. I was so hoping that you didn't. And I was like, bastard. Like, it's actually really hard to not get it. Like, some of the best shit you'll ever see still gets people going.
That's good. That's good.
Yes,
That's so funny. I did.
I definitely did.
So that's it. And yeah, we're going to go into the Patreon now where we're going to give each other our gifts.
We have gifts and favourite movies. Our
favourite movies of the year, and we're going to talk about the god awful.
It's not god awful. It's not god awful.
And I will show a picture of it. It's fucking horrendous. But until then, we'll see you next week.
Bye.